Hi, welcome to the series Learn Excel in 24 hours. In this video, we'll understand how to use pivot tables. So for the reference file, we'll take the pivot table sample1 file. As you can see, this file has the following headers: date, stock, long or short, profit and loss. Pivot tables are basically used for analyzing data across various parameters. It's a data analysis or MIS tool. So we select the data that we have, we click on the insert menu option and we click on the pivot table option. Our objective over here is to analyze the profit and loss on various stocks. Now if you look at the right hand side, there is a section which says pivot table fields, and it lists out all the data headers. On the bottom right hand side, you can see there are 4 sections: filters, columns, rows, values. In this case, our baseline is supposed to be the stock or the script, so we'll take that in the rows section. So we go to the pivot table field section, select the rows option and drop it into the rows section on the bottom right hand side. And the other part that we need to analyze is profit and loss. So we select the profit and loss pivot table field and drop it into the values field. So you can see we now have a summary view of profit and loss per stock or script. Let us say we want to analyze this a little further on the basis of longs and short. So we select the long short field and drop it into the columns section. So we now have a very enhanced data analysis view. So we have the stock or the script code, the profit or loss on the long side, the profit or loss on the short side, and then the total. So far what we've done is we have taken the total profit and loss value. Let us say we want another set of analysis wherein we want to figure out how many times did we have a long trade on a particular stock and how many times we had a short trade on a particular stock instead of the sum of profit and loss. It's very simple. All that we need to do is on the bottom right hand side, go to the values section, just right click at the field over there. There are various aggregate options: average, sum, count, etc. By default this is at sum. We just change it to count and say OK, and now we get a precise count of long and short trades across each and every stock or script. Let us say we feel that this is too much of data analysis and we want to remove a particular analysis section. Let us say in this case we don't really want to segregate in terms of long and short. All that we need to do is come to the bottom right hand side and the place where the long short field is placed, just select that and drag it outside the section, and that's gone. The pivot table will adjust itself accordingly. The last part that we'll study is how to use some of the other filters. Let us say we want to analyze on a date by date basis as to how the story has panned out. So we select the date from the pivot table field list and we drag and drop this date field into the filters section. By default we can see in the pivot table that it shows all. We can click on that and select specific dates and the pivot table will adjust itself accordingly. The whole objective of using pivot tables is basically to do data analysis wherein we have a certain set of data in place and then we want to analyze the different permutations and combinations for better understanding. Thank you.